All right, for more on this, we are being joined by retired Colonel Rich Outzen, Senior Fellow at the Atlantic Council and the Jamestown Foundation from Washington, D.C. Rich, welcome to the program and great to talk to you again. We are learning that U.S. forces are being deployed to the Middle East, joining the some 40,000 troops that are already there. So the United States is essentially bolstering its presence in the region. The United States has also echoed Israel's warning against Iran. How far would the Biden administration go if Israel decides to attack Iran directly?
Well, it's good to be with you. I think, in fact, we've kind of crossed a Rubicon here because Iran and Israel have directly attacked one another with assassinations in Iran conducted apparently by Israel, and with now twice the launching of waves of missiles and drones by Iran and its proxies directly into Israel. Now, what we've seen, however, is not particularly effective. It's reminiscent, in fact, of what Saddam Hussein did in January, February of 1991 when he launched a bunch of Scud missiles that didn't have much effect in Israel also. So I think Washington is counseling and trying to get restraint out of Israel by providing every visual and practical means of support, sending the U.S. Central Command Commander, General Kurilla, to Israel to be there, providing extra assets, essentially to deter Israel as much as to deter Iran, and to say, look, you don't need to go to a direct blow for blow with Iran because they can't keep up anyway, and we're here to help.
What about former President Donald Trump's statements and also his allies? They've been targeting President Biden over what they say is the mishandling of the crisis in the Middle East. And some believe that, in lieu of a world leader, Benjamin Netanyahu decided to step in.
Well, yeah, I largely agree with Trump's critique. Certainly, the United States administration did not do a very effective job of managing escalation and deterrence with regards to Iran. I think similarly to what happened in Ukraine, where messaging to Russia was not hard enough about what we would actually do. And to their credit, the Biden administration has done a lot to help Ukraine since February of 2022. But similarly, I think the deterrent messaging to Iran over the past several years has simply not been there. We've essentially ceded large areas of military and proxy operation to Iran. We've counseled restraint to Israel. We've said again and again we're going to provide money to Tehran and to try to incentivize them. I think Tehran essentially came to the conclusion, the wrong conclusion, that the U.S. would do nothing to back Israel and it could do what it wanted. That's why we saw October 7th. And by the way, as the Israelis mentioned yesterday, there was the presence of roughly 3,000 fighters from Hezbollah and from Palestinian Islamic Jihad on Israel's northern border on October 7th and October 8th, ready to do the same thing in the north that was done in the south. This is all because of a lack of sufficient deterrent action, in my view, over the preceding 2 to 3 years by both Israel and by Washington.
All right, well, we'll be watching the situation very closely. We're coming to the 1-year anniversary, October 7th, that devastating day. And, I'm sure you agree things are more tense than ever in the Middle East region. Rich, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.